this year's In Bloom promotion. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell you a little bit why you shouldn't miss out the opportunity and know a little bit more about Rose, because I know people sometimes don't know what they don't know. So if you actually know something about the queen of flowers and the queen of essential oils, which is Rose, you will never give up the opportunity to own a bottle if it comes to you for free, because that bottle of Rose in a 5 ml version, neat, certified pure therapeutic grade from doTERRA, it's going to be able to change your life. It's going to help increase your energy and vibration, and is going to help you manifest your dreams. Okay, so I'm going to show you why I say this, because it has changed mine and I believe it's going to be very, very helpful for you as well. Now, for people out there, rose is actually an oil of love, an oil of divine love. Okay, so it can be love of different kind of things. It can be love between a man and a woman, or man to man, woman to woman for that matter, or even a child, somebody you love, your parents, your elderlies, and anyone. People at large needs to feel that they're being loved, they're being cared for. And so when you have the scent of rose for husband and wife, you could actually help yourself with libido boosting. Okay, libido boosting is something rose can help you connect with the heart, fire up your passion, and uplift that spirit of wanting to reproduce for the next generation, or even just connect with each other on a heart to heart. So how to use this for libido boosting? Well, I would actually apply it because it's such a precious oil. Do you know it takes 10,000 roses, blooms of roses, to actually get this 5 ml bottle? 10,000 blooms of roses to get this. Do you know the amount of work involved, the labor it takes to get all these pluck up from the rose bushes? And you have to do it in a quick time, because if you delay the picking of these rose blooms when it is at the highest potency, you're going to lose a lot of chemistry constituents that is very important for doing what it does. Libido boosting is one of them. And may I suggest to you that you could also use it for the other ways, like having an balancing your hormones. Now, balancing of hormones is really, really very important for women as well as for men. Men don't think that you don't have any hormones to balance up. Sometimes you need more than women, but women are more intuitive of their needs and wants and desires. So when women are really out of sync with their body, it's usually the hormones that is triggering all these responses. So rose can be used in balancing hormones. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how you can do it for both libido and balancing of hormones shortly, because of these precious petals, oils derived from these petals. You wouldn't want it to be just putting in a diffuser and diffuse out, unless you got a big family and the only way to be sharing these oils in a large scale is diffusing. But I think what it makes sense would be dilute them in a fractionated coconut oil or any base oil in a small bottle like this, and apply it topically. So let's say you want to go for libido boosting, and so what you do is you apply on the heart first using the rose. You apply behind the neck, all these pulse points behind your ears. Apply and rub it and massage it until the rose get fully absorbed. Okay, fully absorbed. Don't forget to inhale the aroma, because unlike any kind of medications or supplements, it is essential oils are aromatic compounds naturally found in plants. So you are going to use the easiest method to get directly into your brain, get directly into your bloodstream. Okay, when you inhale the essential oils of any kind by just deeply doing deep breath like this, it goes into your brain. What it does is that when it goes into your brain, it ends up in this olfactory bulb that sits next to the limbic system. Right, in the brain, there's this thing called the limbic system, and it is what we call the emotional control center. So when you are able to get these molecules into this emotional control center, it does uh, a host of things that is unconscious to the body. You don't even have to think or direct your brain to do anything, but it automatically does it. So what it does is that it helps with balancing of your hormones, it helps with your memory, it helps with your heartbeat. Okay, you can either quicken it or you can actually slow it down depending on what oils you use, and you can use it like to help your breathing, right? Breathing. So after that, you go also get to help with your emotions. Okay, so these are the five big stuff that is going to help you unconsciously do things that your body will do without you thinking too hard. Okay, so it is the quickest way to get essential oils, chemistry molecules into your body by inhalation. So it can be on, rub it on your palms of your hands, inhale it like what I'm doing, or put it in a diffuser like like this, okay, where you add some water and it diffuses out. Can you see this? Yeah. Okay. So these are the few ways that you can include the usage of oils aromatically, topically, and even internally. You see, what I love about this neat rose compared to the one that you get in a diluted version, which is so cheaper than the neat oil, because in this neat oil, like I mentioned, one drop is one drop is about a hundred rose blooms. One drop only. Okay, today I make my smoothie very special. You see, I have a smoothie here, right? So I treated myself today because I'm going to talk about the queen of oils. So I actually drop rose, one drop, or in other words, 100 blooms of roses essence into my smoothie and take a drink. I can tell you this is very, very powerful. Okay, it helps you with your hormonal balancing. It actually helps with on a cellular basis to affect a lot of things. It is something we all need during this point of time when we are in a pandemic situation, to help ourselves boost our immune system to fight with microbes that is not going to be good for us in our body. So what kind of microbes? It can be viruses, it can be bacteria, it can be fungus. In fact, John Hopkins research scientists did a whole range of studies on all the doTERRA oils, and this was what is amazing. Of all the oils being tested, rose has the most activity in terms of microbial activities, making all a lot of microbes not be able to survive by in vitro testing of this rose. Do you know, not only it smells amazing, it smells alluring, it has that kind of um, smell that really attract people to you. It actually has the kill rate that many people do not know. So rose is something that you want to protect yourself during this season of pandemic, because you may have other viruses in the air or bacteria that has already been proven that rose is able to attenuate all these. All right, so another benefit of rose would be in its properties of able to relieve stress or seizure soother. It's a stress soothe and seizure soother. Why we say that? It is not just because of me saying. There's a lot of proof in clinical trials, and all the scientists has told us in their papers uploaded in PubMed.com, which is generally where the research scientists publish it for peer review. And they mentioned that when they use essential oils of rose, either for topical application and all that on these people that were being tested, they found that the cortisol level in their saliva dropped. And they found that there's a lot of other processes like the heartbeat slow down. And they're not so hyperventilating if they were initially. And people with seizures may want to try this oil to have to find out for themselves is if this works for them, because many anecdotal evidence has already mentioned that this is something they use to help with soothing their seizures. So you may want to do it rather than taking a lot of medications that may lead to other side effects. And I leave with you with the final point. Don't you want to look youthful, radiant, and beautiful, especially on the skin? So what I do on a daily basis is that after I wash my face with doTERRA Essential Skin Essential Collection, because there's a lot of all the good essential oils that is already incorporated inside this, and it has a lot of good oils that otherwise if you buy them individually it will cost you a bomb. But I used to spend a lot on my skincare until I actually use doTERRA. And the skincare range is amazing because they leave out all of the bad and put in only the good stuff, plus enhance it with the certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils that is so gonna be like bringing up the potency to many levels. Do you not see how my skin glow? Do you not tell that I look very different from what I used to look? Because friends who knew me from 10 or even 20 years ago saw a difference in the way my skin look, okay? And not even friends, my son. I was just in conversation with him over Telegram 2 nights ago, and he literally told me that, "Mommy, your skin has improved tremendously." Because when I was young, I used to have a lot of acne, and that caused a lot of scars on my skin. And so, for the past 6 years, in recent times, when I start using rose consistently, take it internally, take it apply it topically on my skin after my when I wash my face, I slowly notice the transition of the way my skin look, and you can feel the plumpness and the suppleness and how hydrated it is with my daily health habits that I do as well. So first of all, you have to feed your body right, and then you need to know how to you have to exercise for sure, and you need to sleep well and even able to manage your stress, and of course avoiding toxic load. A lot of skincare products out there are really filled with a lot of chemicals synthetically made in the lab that will cause a lot of side effects and like destroy your health on a slowly on a gradual basis. So if you're not careful, you're not going to be able to help yourself with this. Okay, now, so why am I going to? I'm going to tell you 3 oils today. After I tell you 3 oils, I want you to understand that there is a promotion for Singapore and Malaysia and even GAC. That means countries where doTERRA has not opened market yet, to win this bottle of rose, jasmine, and even hinoki, which I'm going to talk to you. Okay, so let me run through the jasmine. Now, jasmine is one of those oils that is going to be very powerful to help improve your mood, overcome your stress, and also balance hormones, and it's a natural aphrodisiac. Then you wonder, isn't this almost in fact the same as what rose can do? Yes, definitely it can. Because when we talk about floral oils, you must understand they all share that kind of similar benefits where you can actually improve all these on different levels. Now, they do not share the same chemistry components though, although some of the chemistry component which are different yields the same results. So there you have it. You can like the smell of jasmine and not the smell of rose, or you can like the smell of rose and not jasmine, so you have a choice, isn't it? So if I tell you, okay, so if you like to increase a better having a better mood, and then rose didn't do the work, maybe you can try to layer on jasmine, or you could just use jasmine independently. That would be a choice. See, the good thing about nature is that it gives you choice. Unlike medication, no choice. Sometimes it's like this or not, nothing, and then tie up with other side effects that you don't even want to have. Then overcoming stress. So if you think that rose is something maybe a little bit on a high side, and you want to save that rose for special moments and occasions, then use jasmine, which is on it's not so expensive but still a very high price oil. If you ask me, jasmine needs about around 20,000 flowers to make this bottle. 20,000 flower petals to make this bottle. So it's just as precious as rose. But instead of how rose is being steam distilled, right, where you have boiling water just below the flower petals, you in this steel container, it actually use a different method for extraction for this jasmine, because jasmine, they are so delicate. They are they give out their fragrance when it is at night and early morning, so they only bloom during that time. I knew, because I used to have I used to live in a where there is a garden outside filled with all the jasmine flowers, and I know that when nighttime comes, the breeze just bring in the draft of jasmine. I could smell it instantly. I recognize that scent. It is so intoxicating. It is an exotic scent, and it is something that makes you feel very, very happy and good. So jasmine is something that you may want to get to know the flower a little bit better, because if you're someone who is totally an introvert. I was very introvert. In fact, I'm still an introvert. But when I need to actually be on like Facebook Live right now, or I need to be on the stage, I cannot be too introvert and clam myself up and not be able to speak something that will impact lives. So what I normally do is I will use jasmine, because jasmine boosts confidence in the person. So I will apply the jasmine on the heart area, apply it on my nose, just below my nose, so I can smell it, and behind my ears and the back of my neck. It's the pulse points that I want to get these quickly into the bloodstream. Okay, so jasmine is something that can boost your confidence. If you're somebody that is a bit limited in your self worth, you may want to do this. All right, and of course, just like rose, it can balance your hormones. Isn't it wonderful? And of course, you can also have natural aphrodisiac. Why don't you kind of spice up your bedroom life with all these oils? Because sometimes you can put jasmine, sometimes you can have rose, right? Topically applied on each other, when you can do a massage for each other, or just simply take a drop under your tongue, because this, unlike any kind of rose or jasmine sold outside that is like chemicals derived, and it's made in the lab, they do not have the actual fragrance of these inside. So you may want to actually consider this. Now, jasmine is actually the king of flowers. So I put a crown above jasmine. And I just want to tell you that, in fact, rose is the queen of flowers, and it's also the queen of essential oils. So there you have the king and the queen of flowers. Okay. So, and the other thing that it gives for jasmine is that it gives you a really youthful skin. So I'm somebody that is, what in Singapore we have Singlish, we call kiasu, right? Yes, I'm a kiasu person. So if Rose and Jasmine can do the job of giving me youthful and radiant skin, I apply both. Okay, so you can do that as well. And I also want to show you that there's another oil that is highly coveted as well, which we cannot buy from Singapore or Malaysia because this is only available in Japan. Okay, which one? Hinoki. Hinoki is actually a Japanese cypress. It's derived from the timber industry, uh, where you see, doTERRA is a company that do not want to let good stuff go to waste, right? So in Japan, the hinoki trees are considered sacred trees to them. They use these hinoki trees, the wood from these hinoki trees, to build temples and shrines, and even sometimes castles that last thousands of years because the cypress wood is so solid. It is able to help deter pesticides and insects from actually getting the wood rot away. So hinoki is very highly priced in Japan. So there's a law in Japan that do not allow you to cut down the wood when it's still alive. So when this hinoki that doTERRA has, which is in this 5 ml bottle, is actually, it costs about maybe 50 over bucks in Sing dollar. All right. If you go Japan, please let me know because I always like to get a bottle whenever any friends go to Japan. It's only available there. Now, so doTERRA only distill the oils from the wood that has fallen, and they get it from the timber industry. It's the byproduct of a timber industry. So after making all the finishes and stuff like that, they have this whole load of wood. They don't know what to do, right? So doTERRA get all these hinoki wood to distill it into hinoki essential oil, because it allows us to, when you diffuse it, it is super relaxing. It's like walking into a forest. Some time ago in my Facebook Live, I did forest bathing, which is a practice of a lot of Japanese who reside there, and it was like initiated by a doctor who found that after taking a stroll into the forest that is filled with a lot of plants and also trees like hinoki, that he could feel that power, the antioxidants in the air, and it gives them very comforting feeling of being in nature and being grounding and balance your emotions. So it is something also, it is found to be able to comfort and your sore muscles. Let's say you go for a workout and then you find that you have aches and pain and you happen to have hinoki. Why don't you do a drop with a fractionated coconut oil or any base oil and apply on your muscles, because it has the properties in its chemistry to help relieve sore muscles and skin soothing as well. This is one of those wood oil that is so gentle for the skin. And so you may want to apply it on your skin. And of course, every time during my 10 oil basic class, I always told you that tea tree is a skin doctor, right? Well, you can also use hinoki as a skin doctor as well, because hinoki, don't forget, the woods that is being used to build temples and shrines don't are very solid, even after thousands of years. That means that they have this anti parasitic properties, etc., to deter insects and bacteria and microbes from rotting this wood. So if you have acne, pimples, all these are caused by bacteria and fungus, and you can actually dot on these zits to get a faster healing results. Okay, so this is hinoki that I want to show it to you now. Another thing I want to share with you is that if you want to get these oils do you want to get these oils for free? Do you want to get these oils for free? Do you want to know how to get these oils for free? Okay, so now, In Bloom promotion is now on. If you want to get all these three oils for free, first of all, do you have two friends? If you want to get these oils for free, you must have at least 11 friends. let me go one by one, step by step. If you have two friends, that is that because of what you share with them on how good essential oils have made a difference in your lives, and you share with these two friends, if you have shared with them last month and this month, it also adds up, okay? So in the month of April and May, if you have two friends that is able to set up their doTERRA account, you will instantly get a bottle of Hinoki free, okay? Hinoki is really something you want to have in your life because of what I told you about, and it smells like amazing. It's like, we are under the we are in Singapore or Malaysia. We are in a city where we are we are limited in our travel right now. A lot of countries are protecting their borders and not allowing traveling to take place yet. So we cannot go into these forests in Japan where you can inhale the hinoki forests. So what you can do is get yourself a bottle of hinoki and put it in your diffuser, and reinvent, or redesign your environment to as though as you're walking into a hinoki forest by diffusing it. So this is the hinoki that you can get if you have two friends that is willing to set up their account with 100 point value. What is a 100 point value? It's about 100 USD, or I would say about Sing dollar $150. Okay, so this will be what you will get if you have two friends setting up this account. Now, do you want to know, if you have four friends setting up both Hinoki and Jess, if you want to have four friends that you have in your life, okay, if you have in your life four friends that also trust you and know that the oils are really a savior for mankind in terms of gifts of the earth. It is one of the most precious gifts on earth. Hinoki and jasmine is yours if you can actually introduce doTERRA and get them set up an account for with doTERRA. It has to be for new accounts. It cannot be accounts that has already been set up, or they are on retail accounts or even wholesale account or wellness advocate. It has to be brand new accounts. For friends, you get Hinoki and Jasmine. So now, if you want to get this one, if you want to get Jasmine and you want to get Hinoki, okay, you want to get Jasmine and you want to get Hinoki, you have to share with six friends. Okay, six friends. I don't know about you. If you are somebody that completely never share any oils with anybody yet, your chances is higher than mine. Okay, because I almost anyone I know previously already have that account set up because they trust me and they already did that, and they are like earning their roses and their hinoki and their jasmine like crazy now. So if you are somebody totally new, then it's very easy to get six friends in your circle of friends to enroll and into get a membership so that you can get rose and hinoki. Okay, so let's say if you are more ambitious, I think a lot of people sometimes are pretty ambitious. They have a whole network of friends that was untouched and have no clue what essential oils are. And when they actually get them to the class I do on every Tuesday and Thursday, they naturally will set up their account because I have I just know that because if you tell the truth and you show the proof, which I do that in my essential 10 empowerment training, they will be dumb, they will be a fool not to set up their own account to take control of their health. So let's say if you want to get all three, if you get all three, share with 10 friends. Okay, share with 10 friends, and then you will get all three, and that's a value of at least in Malaysian dollars it's 2,000 ringgit, or in Sing dollars a little bit higher because Sing dollar exchange rate is higher. So I would say about $800 to $900 worth of free oils. Don't you want it? No. I would also know that I have very ambitious friends here, and they say I got a whole network of people, and I easily can guide them, get them to my class. Just ask me for the link, and I'll get them to your class. And even if I have 50 friends going to your class, even like 14 of them set up their account, then guess what? You will get one rose, two jasmine, and one hinoki. Okay, so altogether you get one rose, two jasmine, and one hinoki if you have 14 friends. And if you're a little bit more ambitious, because my love for rose is really unparalleled. I do it on a daily basis. I put it in my soup, sometimes in my smoothie, and I just actually, if you think that it is such a waste to do it on a daily basis, then I tell you, I share with you a tip. You just put your 5 ml bottle that you have won into a smaller 2 ml bottle that has smaller holes. You know, the reducer has smaller holes, and which means that when you tap that, the oil that dropped on this is like compared to 5 drops of a drop from here. So you can extend the lifespan of your bottle of rose by doing this. And all you need is just tap it under your tongue. How difficult can it be? But it makes you look so beautiful, so glowing and so attractive that people can't wait to lay their hands on it. Okay, so 17 friends. Okay, if you are a super networker and you have a lot of friends that you never tapped on and you want to introduce them to doTERRA essential oils, because this is the one that can help boost your immune system and actually get your body back to optimal health. And this is something that I cannot emphasize more. When people care to integrate essential oils in their daily life, in all their daily health habits, they're going to be able to get whatever they dream of. So let's say if I've got ambitious friends and say I want the maximum of what In Bloom promotion can do, and that was what happened to me and two other friends. I was inspired to get everything last year, so I got two jasmines, two rose, and one hinoki. That's the maximum. I actually enrolled about 22, but all we needed was 21. 21 new members setting up on their new account with just 100 point value, or I would say 100. If you they set up 125, they will get a free oil through Diamond Club. Okay, so I wouldn't want to waste that opportunity to get another free oil to expand their oil collection, because the free oil is worth at least 30 to around 30 over dollars. So get to minimum 125 point value and they will get all three. So this is a fantastic promotion. It's called In Bloom promotion, and it is only for this month of May and last month of April. You can combine these enrollments and you get everything. So I hope that everybody who is tuning in, you could be in Singapore, you could be in Malaysia, or you could be in Vietnam, Thailand, or anywhere, Indonesia, anywhere that doTERRA has not set up office, to jump on and get your free bottle. Because when people give you free by just sharing something so good, you're not sharing a product that will harm the person's health. You're sharing a life-saving product that will extend their life 10 to 15 years longer, that will reverse their aging process and let them live life with more vitality, clarity, and even um, able to retire them in the process. When money is no longer a concern, it's possible. Rose manifests abundance. Rose is something you want to have in your life if you want to manifest abundance. Abundance in beautiful relationships, abundance in wealth, abundance in health.